Let's jump right into this explainer. We hear a ton about AI writing code or drafting boring corporate emails. But today, we are breaking down how artificial intelligence is completely flipping a massive, highly lucrative market right on its head. I'm talking about indie genre fiction. Specifically, there's this impending software launch claiming it can take a complete novice, literally from staring at a blank page to a finished, heat-rated romance novel in a single weekend. It is a wildly fascinating intersection of tech, creative writing, and raw market economics.
8.2 billion. Let that sink in for a second. That staggering number represents the views for the dark romance hashtag on TikTok alone. So we're not just talking about some tiny niche trend here. This is a full-blown cultural juggernaut. We're looking at a market segment that has literally doubled in just the last 18 months. Dark romance, which, often features morally gray characters, super intense dynamics, and high stakes, is the fastest growing money category on Amazon right now.
But that massive rapid growth leads us straight into a very real, very practical problem. Romance readers on platforms like Kindle Unlimited are voracious. They are routinely binging 5, maybe even 10 books in a single series. So we have to ask, how on earth are creators keeping up with this staggering compounding demand? Because let's face it, human authors can only type so fast, right? This insatiable appetite creates an incredible bottleneck. If you want to succeed in this specific market, you absolutely cannot just publish one book a year and hope for the best.
The economics of this modern-day gold rush are just wild. Look at this. Over 51 million romance books were sold in the last 12 months alone, driving a 24% year-over-year growth. And when you drill down, you see these massive spikes in super-specific subgenres, things like reverse harem, mafia, and, even monster romance. The winning strategy here is crystal clear. It's all about publishing fast and publishing in a series. Why? Because those Kindle Unlimited page read royalties compound across your entire backlist. Book 2 sells Book 1, Book 3 sells them both. In this game, volume and speed are absolutely everything.
So to feed this relentless demand, a brand new AI writing framework called Steamy Co-Author is officially dropping on July 3, 2026. And their marketing pitch is incredibly bold. They're promising no AI slop, no drift, no plot holes. Basically, it provides a 3-file AI system that acts as your creative co-pilot, and it's engineered specifically for dark romance series. The whole goal is to help you conquer that terrifying blank page paralysis and get you straight to a finished manuscript by Sunday night.
The mastermind behind this system is Soren Jordanson, a guy widely known in the affiliate and publishing spaces as the Copy Viking. And look, this isn't his first rodeo. Steamy Co-Author is actually the third major release in his product line. His previous AI frameworks, Audio Dollars and Cozy Co-Author, both pulled in massive sales. We're talking between $60,000 and $100,000 right in their launch windows. But here's what's really impressive. They maintained an unusually low refund rate of around 2%. In the make money online space, that is incredibly rare. And it really proves he's delivering a functional product, not just hype.
Now, you might be wondering, okay, why wouldn't I just use ChatGPT for free? Well, that's the crucial point here, comparing raw, out-of-the-box AI to this highly specific framework. Generic AI almost always loses track of the plot by, say, Chapter 8. It completely forgets who's even in the room, it forgets what their motivations are, and the prose just defaults to this generic, soulless average. Steamy Co-Author, on the other hand, is a structured framework of highly tuned files and prompts. You drop it into Claude or ChatGPT, and it acts like guardrails to keep the AI tightly locked on to a cohesive romance narrative.
The actual engine making all of this possible is something they call the Story State Tracker. This is the absolute secret sauce. You see, most AI fiction falls apart because of what we can call AI amnesia. The model literally forgets what happened 40 pages ago. The Story State Tracker fixes this by requiring the AI to check a core document before it drafts the next chapter, and then it has to update that exact same document immediately after. It meticulously logs exactly who learned what, whose motivation shifted, and which plot threads are still dangling out there.
So how does this actually work in practice? It's a very mechanical, highly collaborative 5-step workflow. First up, you import the files. Second, you answer a series of intake prompts about your specific tropes and heat level. Third, the AI generates a story bible and character profiles to really anchor those voices. Fourth, you generate and review a beat-by-beat chapter outline. And finally, you draft it chapter by chapter, checking against that story state tracker every time. The big takeaway here? You make all the heavy creative decisions in step 2, way before a single sentence of prose is even written.
Based on that super structured workflow, this framework is really built for 3 distinct types of people. First, you've got the existing Kindle direct publishing seller. They want to build up their backlist volume much faster but without shelling out cash for expensive ghostwriters. Second, there's the aspiring author. You know, the person who has amazing ideas but just struggles with blank page paralysis and actually finishing what they start. And third, content repurposers who are hunting for a brand new revenue stream. Basically, it's designed for people who already intend to publish fiction, offering them a highly structured shortcut.
Okay, let's talk dollars and cents, because we have to look at the business reality behind this tool. The entry price is highly accessible. It's just $17 for the front-end product, and yes, that does give you the complete novel writing engine. However, scaling up introduces a pretty heavy 6-tier upsell funnel. These are often called one-time offers, or OTOs. So if you want to write across more subgenres, maybe generate marketing copy, use their built-in AI editor, or join their exclusive KDP club, a fully maxed out customer journey could actually run you over $400. Now, reality check time. It is absolutely vital to understand that a finished draft is not a finished business. This tool gets you a structurally sound draft. That's it. It is not a ready-to-publish manuscript. You still have to put in the human work. That means doing a manual editing pass to polish the prose, sourcing a professional cover design, formatting the book, and actually running a marketing launch. Plus, remember that Amazon KDP requires you to honestly disclose if your book was AI-generated when you hit upload. The human element? Yeah, that cannot be skipped.
Stepping back to objectively evaluate all of this, what really makes Steamy Co-Author stand out in a completely flooded market of AI tools is its hyper-focus. It targets Amazon's absolute most lucrative genre, and it uniquely operates on both Claude and ChatGPT. That's huge, because if one model starts acting up, getting lazy, or drifting off topic, you have the flexibility to instantly switch over to the other. It's a highly targeted, battle-tested system that knows exactly what its audience wants. Bottom line, you should probably look into this $17 entry point if you already publish on KDP, you're planning a multi-book series, and you already pay for a Claude or ChatGPT account to handle that long context generation. On the flip side, skip this entirely if you're expecting some magic button that spits out a flawless, ready-to-upload book with zero human touch-up. Or honestly, if you just have zero interest in navigating the wild world of Amazon fiction. Exploring a tool like Steamy Co-Author really leaves us with a fascinating final question. We are watching AI evolve in real time, right? It's going from a generic text generator into this sophisticated structural framework that can master narrative arcs, pacing, and continuity. So, if tools like this are the undeniable future of rapid Kindle publishing, what does that ultimately mean for the definition of an author? Will human writers basically become more like directors or editors, just polishing the mechanics of a machine-generated draft? Or will true authorship demand something deeper, something AI can never actually replicate?